முறையார் காட்டும் மாபிரம்மவத்துவாலன் சிவநிலை தவசற்சீடர் செரிகுருவரன் சிற்கையன் உவகையோருருவன் தன்னுள் உவப்பவன் கழிமூகத்தன் அவனையான் தென்பான்மூர்த்தி அப்பனை ஏத்துவோமே அவனையான் தென்பான்மூர்த்தி அப்பனை ஏத்துவோமே. Kalyana Sundaramji, this shutter can be put down. Please do it. There's so much glaring it seems. Now we shall chant the Mangala Shloka. தேவன் திருவாயால் தேவி செவி புகட்டும். தேவிகாலோத்தர தேஞான மாவிளைவாம் ஆனந்தவானமுத மானவருள் அத்துவித மோன கரியகமே முன். So, Shri Parameshwara, he has given out the Upadesha to Parvati, all about Jnana Vicharam. So in that, the highlight is to meditate on Sarva Shunya Padam. See, this is the unique thing in this scripture. To meditate on Sarva Shunya Padam. So when you meditate on that, the Ahankara becomes Shunyam. And then you abide in the Paramatma, Purna Paramatma, in the true self. See, that is the crux. That is the gist of the whole Upadesha, I would say. Now, today onwards, that is in this session onwards, you are going to see what are all the acharas required for the seeker, for the mumukshu, who is desiring moksha. See, traditionally certain acharas given. You have to get up early in the morning, take bath, and Sandhya Vandan or Japa, Dhyana, and then Tirtha Yatras, Vradhas, and study of scriptures, all those things. And for the Grihasthas, it's like Pitru Karyas, all those things are said. All those things are said in our scriptures. But for the mumukshu or for the seeker, here now Parameshwara is going to give out what are all the acharas required. Okay, we will chant the 61st straight away. ஞானமிவ்வாராய் நவின்றிடப்பட்டதால் ஆனமுக்தி யாரும் அடைதற்கு மானினி இன்று ஆச்சாரம் என்னால் அருளப்படுமிதுகேள். நீ சாவதானமா நின்று ஞானமிவ்வாரா நவின்றிடப்பட்டதால் ஆனமுக்தி யாரும் அடைதற்கு மானினியின் ஆச்சாரம் என்னால் அருளப்படுமிதுகேள். நீ சாவதானமா நின்று. ஆனமுத்தி ஆறும் அடைதற்கு. See, Anamutti means, you know what? Which is already attained. Self is not sort of newly gained. It is always attained. So, Anamutti Arum Adaidarku. For anyone to attain that which is already attained, that is the Atma Sakshatkara. For that, Jnanam Ivvaru Navindidapattadam. So, the Jnana was expounded by me. The Jnana by which you realize your own true self. That was given out by me. Now, Manini. Mani means one who is abiding in oneself. That's what Kanakamma has commented on. Manini Indru. Today, Acharam ennal arulapadum. I am going to reveal what are all the acharams or the good conduct a sadhaka, a seeker should follow to attain that highest. Ennal arulapadum iduhel. Now you listen. Savadhanama nindru. Savadhanama means, you know what? Without, being restless, be quiet, relaxed and listen to me. Savadhanama. Now you relax and then listen to me. Right? So, these are all the acharas for the highest seeker. See, once again I am warning you. When you hear all these things, don't take it to your head, because it's all sometimes very dangerous. It is for the highest seeker. All these achara is for the highest seeker, not for the beginners or not for the seekers who have started just now. For the highest seekers, right? Now moving on to the 62nd verse. See, here the 61st verse, just Bhagavan is saying, I am going to tell you now what are all the acharas to be followed by the seekers. நீராடலும் ஜபமும் நித்திய ஓமம் பூசை. ஆரழலின் காரியம் ஆதியா. தேருமோர் சாதனமும் அன்னோன் தனக்கென்றும் இன்றாமான். மாதரசியே நீமதி. நீராடலும் செபமும் நித்திய ஓமம் பூசை. ஆரழலின் காரியம் ஆதியா. தேருமோர் சாதனமும் அன்னோன் தனக்கென்று இன்றாமான். மாதரசி ஏனீமதி. Here what Bhagavan is saying, Parameshwara is saying, நீராடலும் செபமும் நித்திய ஓமம் பூசை. ஆரழின் காரியம் ஆதியா. தேருமோர் சாதனமும் அன்னோன் தனக்கென்றும் இன்றாம். மாதரசியே நீ மதி. Madarasiye. Madarasi means what? One is a queen among the ammas or devis. Queen, Madarasi. Madarasiye. Madhu means what? A lady. So queen among the ladies. Madarasiye. Neeradalum, to take bath. Though Kanakamma has interpreted saying Neeradal means to take bath in the Punya Kshetra and the Punya Nadi. But here she has it is said Neeradalum, to take bath. Sebamum, to do japa. Nitya Omam Pusai. See, the Brahmins are supposed to do this. Nitya Agnihotris are there. Nitya Omam Pujai. And also Pujai to Panchayatana Puja and all other pujas are there. To the Devata Murtis. Pujai. Or Adalin Karyam. Adal means Nerup, fire. Meaning that is Yahe Yajnadikal. Or Adalin Karyam. Special yajnas, performed on the special occasions. ஆரழின் காரியம் ஆதியா. தேருமோர் சாதனமும் அன்னோன் தனக்கென்றும் இன்றாம். All these sadhanas are not there for the advanced seeker. One who is always wanting to abide in the self, all these things are obstacle. They are bondage only, because they distract him. Therefore, even it is said, Neeradalum. See, we have been taught now, every day morning you have to get up and then take bath. Yeah, we have to take bath definitely, but it is not the must. That is what is said here for the Jnanabhyasi. Because he is always pure, even mentally, physically also. So therefore it's not the must. It is not that you should not take bath. But what it is said is, see, it is not the must. Neeradal. Then japa. To repeat the mantra. And then homam, pujai. All these things are not required. Swamiji, that is why we have given up. Even we are not started. That's why I said it is for the advanced seekers. See, initially all these things may help you to gain sattva. Take bath, and then this nama japa, it gives you one-pointed concentration. Chitta ekagrata. And this home, yaga yajnadikal and all for chitta shuddhi only. If it is done without expecting any result, it is all for chitta shuddhi only. But the seeker now, who is very serious about abidance in the self, for him all these things are not prescribed. So in the Vedas also there are different portions. That is initially there is Brahmana portion and all. Then Upasana and then Jnana. So for the Jnanabhyasi, only Jnana portion is sufficient. So all these things are not required. Parameshwara himself is telling to Parvati. And not only that, Ararin Karyam. In fact, a sannyasi should not do any yaga yajna karya actually. Whatever associated with the fire, he should not do. But not only for sannyasi, even for the seeker who is a grahastha, who is advanced seeker, it is said, not required. Terumor sadhanamum unknown tanakkendrum indram. Madarasiye ni madi. Madi means you understand. Madarasiye, all these sadhanas are not there for the advanced seeker. Thank you, Swamiji. From tomorrow onwards, we will not take baths. Who said you are a very advanced seeker? Huh? So we ourselves think, Sevamum nitya homam pusai. But you know what I have found? See, I was not doing puja at all for say 10-15 years. Even till recently. Just 1.5-2 years before only I started doing this Guru Paduka puja. And it gives so much of attunement with Bhagwan, with the Lord, that half an hour, 40 minutes, if you really do it with Shraddha and Bhakti, your mind is so much at His feet and you feel very blissful. At least at the half an hour or 40 minutes, you are one with Him. The sense what? Attunement with the Guru. Means He has given us everything. And He is the thing actually. So when you perform puja for Him, mind is so happy, joyful, and that attunement. So it is all beautiful, but for the Jnanabhyasi it is not prescribed. Nemamum kendirapi idatti nihal sevai. What happened? 63rd one, na? Yeah. Nemamum ketirapi idatti nihal sevai. Nama archanam pidira narkarumam. Poomaruvu Tirthanal Yathirai Desar Viradangal Orthidavar Killayam Ondru Nemamum Ketirapi Datti Nihal Sevai Nama Archanam Pidirar Narkarumam Boomaruvu Tirthanal Yathirai Desar Viradangal Orthidavarkillayam Undru Nemamum. Nemam means Yama Niyamangal. See, it is said in the Patanjali Yoga Sutra also, Yama and Niyama. What are all the disciplines we have to follow in our day-to-day lives? Like Satya, Ahimsa, Brahmacharya, these are all very, very fundamental ones. Apparigraha, Asteya, not stealing, all those things. Yamas. Niyama means what? Means Shaucham, cleanliness, Tapascharya, Ishvara Pranidhana, Swadhyaya, all those things are said as niyamas. Here he is saying, for this advanced seeker who is trying to abide in himself always, all these niyamas are not required. And added to that, Aharadi niyamangal are there. Means a real seeker who is progressing in the path should not eat rajasic food or tamasic food, only sattvic food. All those niyamas are there. But here it is said, for him whatever he gets out of prarabdha, he can eat. The Buddhist monks, they take it literally. I don't want to go into that. But anyway, so nemamum, these yama niyamas are not for him. Ketira pidathil nihal sevai. See, Ketira pida means, in every kshetra, there are famous temples, right? That is what Ketira Pidam. And the Kendrathla ulla Pidam, Pidadipati is a Pidam. So there, festivals happen, special Aradhana, festivals and everything happens. He need not go and participate. Nama Archanam. And it is said, those Lord who are there in that temple, they are all, very powerful deities. So to go and worship and to do Archana and all is very, very good. Like for example, if you come to Tiruvannamalai, you have to go to Arunachaleshwara temple. Because it is all very, very ancient temples. It has got very powerful vibration. So there you go and worship the Lord. And then Archana, Nama Archana. And if there are special Aradhana, and if there is some festival and all, take part in it. It's all auspicious. But here he says, Kendira Pidathin Nihal Sevai. Whatever special Aradhana happening there, or the festivities, those things are not for you. Nama Archanam, Archana and all those other things not required for you. See, that is why Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, only once he entered into the temple. When he renounced everything and he entered there and he offered at the feet of the Lord. And afterwards, never ever he visited the temple, it seems. Not even once. He was there meditating, always there, but not entered, it seems. Because for Bhagavan, Arunachala is there, Sakshat. In the temple, the linga is only the symbol. So Arunachala is a Sakshat. So therefore, for the advanced seekers, when they can meditate on the Lord of the heart, so there is no this thing to go and meditate or worship in the temple. In fact, when you go to the temple nowadays, it's so crowded and you don't have any peace. But still temples, ancient temples have got its own spiritual vibrations. We have to visit only. See, recently in the Shri Ramana Vichara Yatra, we visited more than 108 temples all over Bharatadesha. I tell you, each one is so beautiful. And that is something. Really, that is something in our ancient temples. It really purifies and it inspires you. The Pandharipura and all, oh my God. And they allow you to go inside the Moolasthana. And you can touch the feet of the Lord and offer your salutations. See, I never expected. Everybody is allowed to go inside the Moolasthana and offer your prostration at the feet of the Lord. You can touch the feet. Not only special VIPs, everybody. Oh my God. And this even Kashi Vishwanatha, a particular time is there, you can go and you can offer your milk and all. That is all something wonderful, But South Indian temples more conservative. They don't allow anybody. That is okay. They have their own traditions. But it is so beautiful. But here for the serious seeker, all these things are not required. Because these are all distractions. Forgetting this self, which is irundolirum, in the deivate vittu. When you go after some other deivam, it is all like what? Trying to search for darkness with a searchlight, with a lamp. So, for the serious seekers, all those things are not required. Pidura narkarumam. Okay, Swamiji, we not go to temple, worship and all. What about Pitru Karyam? Means our Pitrus, na? The departed souls. That we have to do, na? At least the Tarpanam and all. Shraddham they say, na? Here is saying not required. For the serious seeker, not required. Mruganath Swamigal, after coming to Bhagwan, a very serious person, very serious seeker. One day it seems he was carrying some sombu full of water and going to do some sort of darpanam or something for the mother. Then Bhagwan asked, it seems, idella unna vittu polaya? Meaning what? Are you still in that or what? Then that day he left, it seems. Meaning what? For the advanced seeker, this idea of, my mother, my father, darpanam, is all body identification. See, it's for the highest seeker. Huh? But for other grihasthas, we have to do it. Please do not misunderstand. That is why I warned you. See, it all has got its own sort of spiritual benefits. But if you are a highest seeker, you are just gone. Parivrajaka. Then you cannot go and search for somebody to do the Pritru Karyam and all. It's not required. Once again, Poomaruvu Tirthanal Yatirai. In this Bhulogam, Poomaruvu means what? In the Bhulogam there are so many Tirthanal Yatirai. Tirthangal are there, na? Not only the Punya Natis, Punya Tirthas, also the Kshetram. Some special places like Arunachala Kshetram, there are so many, Rameshwaram, right? Like that, there are special divine places, Tirthanal Yatirai. And Tesu are Viradangal. Viradangal, which gives you tejas. Meaning what? Viradangal means what? You control your senses. That is the spirit of Viradams. Viradangal. Orthida avar killayam undrum. None of these are applicable to them. None of them are prescribed to them, the advanced seekers. For them to sit, close the eyes and say there is nothing. If this is what he is going to meditate on, there is nothing. Then if you say there are Pitrus, you have to do Pitru Karya, and there is God somewhere, you have to worship him, then it is contradictory, right? If you are seriously practicing this meditation of Sarva Sunya Padam, for him all these things are not there. But I want very tasty food, I want this, I want that, I want comfortable bed to sleep on, I want everything. I'm not that into, all these things. All these things are spiritual pursuits. But I will give up all these basic things. Then it is not at all right. See, can you imagine Kanchi Paramacharya, who is Nadamadum Devam? He is God on the earth. He used to perform 3 hours of puja. Imagine, morning and evening. Where are we? Why? To show to the world that it is very, very important to worship the Devata Murtam, Chandramoulishwara Puja. Meaning, they become the role model. For them it is not at all required. Bhagwan never did any puja. Similarly, Paramacharya is not required, but Pidadipati, he has to set an exam, he has to set a sort of some standards. He has to show the path. So don't think you are too great. Such great masters, they have showed to the world how it has to be done. Even Bhagwan has gone for Girivalam several times with the devotees. You understand? For him what Girivalam? But still, he had gone on Girivalam. You understand? So for the advanced seeker who is lost in his self, For him, need not disturb him saying, hey, Kale light, Shendra, Sandhya Vandanam, but what Sandhya Vandanam for him? All the time he is only doing Vandanam. There is no Sandhya Vandanam for him. For him, you say, hey, go for Tirtha Yatra. He is in the Punya Tirtham here. He is taking bath here in the Punya Tirtham, in the heart. So for him, what Punya Tirtha? He is doing the highest Vradam he is observing. Highest Vradam. What? Yanatri Yelvadu. Teri Neduvadu Tanat Tavam Endranundivara. Tanam Ramanesanundivara. So for him, all these things are not. So these are all the acharam. என்ன சொல்றாரு ஆச்சாரம் சொல்லி எந்த ஆச்சாரம் வேண்டாங்கிறார் கடைசி. What are all the acharas? No achara. You only abide in yourself. If you can abide in the self, that is the highest acharam. That is the highest dharma. That is what Parameshwara is now revealing to Parvati Devi. Dharma dharmam tarupalan illai. Maruvu tidi ulaga mannum. Karumamilai. Ella karumam ihandidudal acharam. Ella vidattum iha. Dharma dharmam tarupalan illai. Maruvutidi ulaga mannum. Karumamilai. Ella karumam ihaldiduga achara. Ella vidattum iha. Dharma dharmam tarupalan illai. Dharma dharma means punya papam. Dharma means punyam. Adharma means papam. So there is no dharma dharmam for him, punya papam for him, because there is no kartritva abhimana for him. Or at least he is again and again telling to himself that I am not the doer, I am not the enjoyer. Therefore, there is no punya papa for him. Dharma dharmam taru palan illai. What are the fruits of dharma and dharmam? Sukha and dukkha. If you do punyam, what is the fruit of punyam? Sukham. You enjoy joy, happiness. You do a lot of anyayam. Then what? Dukkham. So for him, there is no punya papa, there is no sukha dukkha also. Dharma dharmam taru palan illai. Maruvu tidi ulaga mannum karmam illai. See, special tidis, they say, na? Like Ramanavami, Krishna Janmashtami, some special tidis. All those things, correct. Malaya Ammavasya and all those things. Malaya Paksham and all they say. That is true, but here Tithi means not only Putr Karya, but even otherwise some special Tithi. Ramanavami, Navami is a Tithi. Krishna Janmashtami, like that, special Tithis. Some Jayanti, Shivaratri, Navaratri. All those things are not for him. Thank God. Maruvutidi ulaga mannum karmamillai. So there is no karma specially need to be done on those special days. Karmamillai. Shivaratri means whole night you have to be awake and think of the Lord. That is a normal thing. Him every day is Shivaratri. Why? Always he is thinking of the Lord. He is always avoiding the self. So for him there is no special Shivaratri or Navaratri. This is what you have to understand. Every day he is there, remembering the Lord, abiding the self. So there is no special occasion, like he has to remember the Lord today. No. For us only all those things, because we don't remember him at all. At least that day you remember. So karmam illai. Ella karmamum ihaldiduga. Appa, how strong it is. Ella karmamum ihaldiduga. Give up all karmas. சாப்பிட்றது அதுவும் கர்மம் தானே சுவாமி. அது மாத்திரம் நான் சாப்பிட மாட்டேன். எல்லா கர்மமும் இகழ்ந்திடுக. Meaning what? இகழ்ந்திடுக means what? Despise all karmas. Give up all karmas. ஆச்சாரம் எல்லாம் விதத்தும் இகழ்க. Acharam, whatever acharam, all those things are not for you. Ella vyattu miha. இப்போ சதாச்சாரம்லாம் தேவையில்லையா? For him naturally mind is not going out. So for him what acharam? Mind is not going out at all. For that seeker, what acharam can be prescribed? Acharam is prescribed because for those the mind is running riot. They are unable to control their mind. So certain disciplines are prescribed. Do this, don't do this. But for this seeker, mind is always sunk within his own heart. So for him what you can say? Do this, don't do this and all. Naturally, he has no ego or very less ego. So he will not do anything wrong. So therefore, even Vedas cannot prescribe vidhi nishedam for him. Do this, don't do this. Such an exalted seeker, for him, no achara. But vichara is always prescribed, vichara. But no achara. But you know what? Certain people are there, they want to show off as seekers. So, what all they do, you know. They put big pattai and all, and periya kottai and all, and talela mottai and all, and kalela kattai and all, kal. And you were so stunned. Are you Adishankare vanditarapan? But when you just move with them for some time, you understand their worth. Meaning what? That is not required for a true seeker. I have never seen Bhagwan having all those external, you know, this kind of things. Very simple. Not even a Rudraksha. See? Nothing of that sort. Huh? Yeah. Only Kaupina and a stick. Because of his old age. No. So here, for the true seeker, all these things are not required. But Vanda Velai Kavaniganum, that is important. Endu Vanda Velai? Here we are here only to know the self. That we have to focus on. Other vittu Kanda Velai senjona, then we are destroying ourselves. It is called the Atma Hani, self-suicide, spiritual self-suicide. So one who is very much focused on the self, for him these external things are not required. Because it becomes a distraction. And to some extent it becomes a bondage. Even the Sattvika Vasanas have to be given up at the end of the day. So these are all Sattvika Vasanas. They create Sattvika Vasanas. So to fulfill the Sattvika Vasanas, you have to come again. So even Rajasika or Sattvika, any Vasana has to be given up. Samaya acharame satruminri tallai Samattamam kanmam talayai Amayumal Sangarpa mumbigarpam sadhidaru mamsarnda Sangatta yumduratallu Samaya acharame satruminri tallai Samattamam kanmam talayai Amayumar Sangarpa mumbigarpam sadhidaru mamsarnda Sangatta yumduratallu. I am so scared to even explain these verses, you know. I don't know whether I should explain or not. But Bhagavan will take care, na? Anyway. Samaya acharame satrumindri tallai. Samaya means what? The religion. Samaya acharam. Religious rituals. Religious observances. Acharame satrumindri tallai. Give up all those observances. Means religious observances. Rituals. all those things. Tallai, he says. Tallai means what? Dura thalli vidu. Just throw it out. Throw it out. Samattamam kanmam talayam. All the karmas are talai, bondage only. Whatever karmas, all the karmas are bondage only. Why it is bondage? Because it leaves the seed, vasanas. So it pushes you to again and again perform same kind of actions. Samattamam kanmam talayam. All the karmas are bondage only. Even satviya karmas, building temple or all those things. Goshala, appappa. All are bondage only. You appoint a person to take care of cows. If he doesn't come, you have to go there and do it. If you are ready only, then you have to have a goshala. Because anytime he may not come. But you cannot, starve the cows. So everything becomes a bondage only. Bhagavan actually avoided having goshala for a long time. But then they pushed it. So samattamam kanmam talayam. See, that is why these parivrajakas, they go on moving. Why? Because when you are there at a particular place, then you have to build something, then you have to entertain people, then you have to cook. All becomes karma. Talai, bandhanam only. So Swami Tapon Maharaj was clear. Swami Tapon Maharaj. He was in Uttarakashi, Gurudev's guru. He said, we will not give you any accommodation or food or any medication, nothing. Early morning, if you come, we will take a class, Upanishads, and I will talk only in Sanskrit. If you understand, you understand. If I ask you some question, if you can't answer, you are out. That is how, that was the rules and conditions. So afterwards, whatever you do, it is your business. I have nothing to do. So those places, bhandar they say, for sadhus they give food. Only once they give. So in North India means only chapati, some dal, something like that. So Gurudev and all from South India, from Kerala. So every day he was eating only chapati. Few chapatis. And where should I stay? Wherever you want, you get lost. So somewhere. But it's very cold in the nights. So they stayed somewhere. They ate something, pavangal. And they really struggled hard for this jnanam. And nowadays everything is given the golden platter. Very good accommodation with attached toilets, geysers, and then good food. And then, all serene atmosphere, circumstances. Then also we feel very kashtam, romba kashtam pa. To get up in the morning at 7 is difficult, Swamiji. Can't you have the class at 10 o'clock? They have struggled a lot. See, Tapon Maharaj used to take bath at 4 o'clock in the morning in the Ganges, it seems. Can you imagine this? You will die. It's freezing cold. Even at 10 o'clock in the morning, you cannot have bath. Freezing cold. In Uttarakashi, imagine where Uttarakashi is. But he is a kator, tapasvi. Oh, he has to take bath in the morning. And he sits like a statue. That is their, abidance. That is their tapasya. So for such people, all these things are not there. Ella karmumum talayam, bandhanam only. They need not do anything. And they had only 1 or 2 cloths. That is all. Nothing, no possession. Few books maybe in the almara. Few books. That's all. Their possession. Nothing else. They are tapasvis. Samattamam kanmam talayay amayumar. Sangarpamum viharpamum. All the sankalpa and vikalpama. I am going to do this way, that way. From Amavasya onwards I will start the sadhana. All the sankalpa vikalpas, all those things you throw it away. See, it's a deep subject. Sankalpa and vikalpa, they are the root cause of all our bandhanam. Sankalpa and vikalpa. Give up all sankalpa and vikalpa. Sadi dharmamum sarna sangatayum toorathallu. Sadi means what? Caste. Sadi dharmam. There are certain dharma for each caste. Sadhi Sangam means what? I come along with my own sadhi and I celebrate certain things. No. Sadhi Sangathayum Thoorathallu, far, far away, throw it out. Meaning all these things will drag you down. If I identify with one particular sadhi, one particular madam, and one particular acharam, then you cannot abide in the Sarva Shunya Padam. So none of this for you. But the sadhi is very deep in the heart. To come out is very difficult. See, you know what? You will be very surprised. You may not know also. For each sadhi, there is a madam, religious organization, institution. Madadipati also is there. Chattiyaargalukku ஒரு மடம் இருக்கு, மடாதிபதி இருக்காங்க. அத மாதிரி ஒவ்வொருத்தவங்களுக்கும் இருக்காங்க. மடம் இருக்கு, மடாதிபதி means what? Sannyasi means what? A renunciate who is the madadipati there. But you know what? And those community people, they come more in numbers to that matam. And they sort of donate and they take care of those matams. And if you sit as a sannyasi, madadipati, and if you identify with a particular caste, creed, then it is so sad actually. And what sannyasa it is then? I don't know. Everywhere it is there. Avan nambalu. See, after sitting in that peedam, if you say avan nambalu, you are gone. You don't sit there. And if you go to some sort of peethas, only Brahmins they surround. You don't allow others also. They dominate. Why? Brahmanaloda madam adu. அங்கே என்ன நடக்கும்? நல்ல சாப்பாடு நடக்கும், நல்லா தூங்கலாம், பூஜை நடக்கும் நல்லா. Wherever the Brahmins, they have some institution, there will be big puja happening and very good food you get and you can sleep nicely. I don't want to comment more on that. Sangathayum Thoorathallu, throw it out. That is what Bhagavan is saying, Parameshwara is saying. Samaya acharame satrumindri thallai. Samaya acharam means what? The religious rituals and observances. Satrumindri thallai. So don't identify even with any of the religion. Don't identify with any of the caste, creed, community. No, don't identify with anything. You are the self, which is beyond all. This is the instruction given. And in there, Sarva Shunya Padam, there is nothing. If you have to remind there that there is nothing, how can I identify a small caste or community? How can I identify this or that? So traditionally we belong to a Sanatana Dharma, Hindu religion, but as sannyasis you don't belong to anybody, anything. Because self is universal. Everybody has got a self. There is no Hindu self, Islamic self or Christian self. There is only one self, true self. So even Satchidananda is only word. The true self shines on its own. Therefore don't identify with anything else. See, இந்த மாதிரி தைரியமா பேசுறாங்க நம்ம ஆளுங்க. Boldly they are proclaiming this. That is the glory. And Parameshwara himself is giving it out to Parvati Devi. Samaya acharame satrumindri thallai. Samattamam kanmam talayam. All the karmas are bondage only. Sangarpamum viharpamum sadhi dharmam sanga sangathayum thoorathallu. All those things. Adichu norikirar. Everything is destroyed here. பலவிதமாம் சித்திகளும் பாதாள முன்பாய் இலகுமிர சாயனமும் என்ப உலகில் பிரத்யட்சமாகவே பெற்றாலும் பற்றல் ஒரு உகவே சாதகனுள் பலவிதமாம் சித்திகளும் பாதாள முன்பாய் இலகுமிர சாயனமும் என்பார் உலகில் பிரத்யட்சமாகவே பெற்றாலும் பற்றல் ஒரு உகவே தாதகன் உள். Here he says பலவிதமாம் சித்திகள், supernatural powers, siddhis. When you attain those siddhis also, what are the siddhis? Animadi. Animadi means what? You can become heavy, you can become light, you can fly. These are all siddhis available. Yes, but don't go near siddhis. Padala munba ilagumira sayanamum. See, there are other things called as, here Amba says, Padalanjanam. Padalanjanam means Padalanjanam, some sort of siddhi where those minerals or those things which are deep down inside the earth, through some powers you can just make it appear above. Through certain, some sort of process, they say rasayanam, they say, through that you can know what is there deep inside. So these are all siddhis, different kind of siddhis. So he says, you throw all the siddhis out. Ulagil pratyakshamaagave petralum. Even if you gain such siddhis in front of you, patral orvugave sadhakanul. You should not hold on to it. You should not entertain those things. You have to give it up. You have to renounce them. As I told you the other day, it boosts your ego so much that you will fall definitely. Instead of, progressing in the path, you will fall. So all these siddhis are big traps. So do not ever entertain siddhis, whatever may be the siddhis. So all the acharam, all the karmas are tadai, all neeradal, sabam, homam, everything give up. Religious rites and pitru karyam, give it up. And siddhis, everything you give it up. Then what acharam? Sarvasunya padam you meditate. And abide in the self always. When you come to Bhagavan, when you come to advanced course, and when you are studying advanced text, this is the content of the advanced text. Please understand. If you are studying very preliminary texts, then different things are said. Sadhana Panchakam and all. But Sadhana Panchakam also is not, ordinary one. Those things. Vedo nityam adhiyatam tatudidam karmaswanushthiyatam. That is how he starts Adi Shankara. But then he goes Hingyo. But when you come to such advanced text, then it is said, all these things are bandhanam only, bondage only. Give it up. Give up everything. So very authoritative. And Bhagavan himself has commented or translated. So it is very authentic. So now what to do? Evening puja, no puja, Swamiji.
Only prasadam.
Prasadam we cannot forego. He is reminding again and again. True. For the highest seekers. One who is lost in himself. Yeah. So we'll stop here. We will go 6 verses per day. There are 25 verses. I know that. But we will stop. Om Purnamadha Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudhachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.